Somewhere right now, a refrigerated truck is racing to deliver chicken that will spoil if it's even 2 degrees too warm. Multiply that by 3 million birds a day across 30,000 restaurants, none of them frozen, all held between 0 and 4 degrees. This is KFC's invisible cold chain, over 1 billion chickens a year, and the system holding it together begins long before a single bird leaves the farm. Across 3 continents, the pace and pattern of KFC's cold chain delivery are shaped by infrastructure as much as by demand. In the United States, distribution hubs anchor the system in major metropolitan areas like Chicago, Dallas, and Atlanta. These core counties serve as launch points, with fresh chicken reaching city restaurants in as little as 12 to 18 hours after leaving the processing plant. Rural outlets spread across vast distances face longer lead times, sometimes up to 48 hours, but regional cross-dock facilities and mobile refrigerated units help bridge the gap, keeping spoilage rates low even in remote locations. China's network is built around high-speed rail and urban density. More than 7,000 KFC outlets, mostly in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, are supplied by rail-linked refrigerated warehouses that move up to 10,000 tons of chicken a week. In these cities, same-day replenishment is the norm. The system's hub-and-spoke design extends to rural provinces where cold storage depots serve clusters of smaller towns. Even in areas where infrastructure is still developing, temperature-locked trucks and short safety stock buffers keep the supply chain on schedule. Europe takes a different approach, relying heavily on port-centric import strategies. Major cold chain hubs sit near ports like Rotterdam and Le Havre, where imported chicken is consolidated, blast-chilled, and sent inland by refrigerated rail and truck. With demand spread more evenly between urban and suburban areas, the European model uses a hybrid of push and pull, and central depots maintain a 24-hour safety stock, while restaurants receive daily deliveries calibrated to point-of-sale data. The result is a system that minimizes rural micro-warehouses and maintains spoilage rates below 0.8%. Each region's delivery cadence reflects the unique combination of geography, infrastructure, and consumer demand. Whether it's the fast urban turnarounds of China, the metropolitan efficiency of the United States, or Europe's import-driven flows, the cold chain adapts to local realities while upholding KFC's promise of fresh chicken at massive scale. On a contract farm outside Atlanta, the rhythm of KFC's supply chain begins weeks before a single truck rolls out. Here, contract growers work from strict schedules set by integrators, companies that supply the chicks, feed, and health protocols. The economics are precise. Each grower receives a flock of day-old chicks, along with performance targets for weight gain, feed conversion, and mortality. Payment hinges on these metrics, creating a system where every decision, from lighting to ventilation, is tied to efficiency and quality. A typical grow-out cycle runs 35 days. During this period, birds are monitored and weighed at intervals, with digital records logged for each batch. The farm's proximity to the processing plant matters. A haul distance of 50 to 100 kilometers is standard, minimizing stress and loss. As the birds approach market weight, the grower receives a pickup schedule that syncs with the plant's inbound capacity. Timing is everything. Too early and the birds are underweight. Too late and feed costs rise while quality drops. Before loading, each batch is assigned a lot code and, in many cases, an RFID tag. This digital identity follows the birds from the farm gate to the processor, linking every shipment to its origin, grow-out history, and health records. The lot code becomes the reference point for downstream traceability. If a problem arises at the plant or restaurant, the supply chain can pinpoint the exact farm, date, and flock involved. One grower sums it up: "We're not just raising chickens, we're raising data." This invisible layer of scheduling and traceability forms the backbone of KFC's just-in-time system, setting the tempo for everything that happens next. Inside a modern poultry processing plant, the pace is relentless and precise. On the main line, automated cutters and eviscerators handle up to 175 birds per minute, the regulatory ceiling set by the USDA in 2025. At this speed, a single shift can process over 80,000 chickens, each one tracked by lot code or RFID tag from the moment it enters the plant. Operations managers monitor throughput in real time, balancing speed with strict safety checks. One plant supervisor says, if the line slows, we risk missing delivery windows. If it backs up, we hit storage limits. They glance at a dashboard that tracks yield, temperature, and downtime by the minute. Once processed, the birds move immediately to the chill tunnel. Here, core temperature drops from 40 degrees Celsius to below 4 degrees Celsius in less than 50 minutes, a critical step that locks in freshness and controls bacterial growth. The industry benchmark is 45 to 50 minutes, and plants are audited daily to ensure compliance. Only 73% of the live weight leaves as edible product. The rest becomes byproduct or waste routed to secondary streams. Cold storage is a bottleneck by design. Plants operate at 85% capacity, with automated alerts pausing inbound loads if storage exceeds that threshold. This keeps the system from overloading and ensures that only the freshest, properly chilled pallets are staged for rapid dispatch to regional distribution centers. Every pallet that leaves the plant is within strict time and temperature specs, ready for the next leg of its journey. At the heart of KFC's last-mile delivery lies a choreography of routes and timing that keeps chicken moving without pause. Regional distribution centers, called RDCS, serve as nerve centers, receiving chilled pallets from processing plants and routing them out again in a near-continuous cycle. Trucks are loaded with up to 12 standard pallets, each spaced precisely 0.15 meters apart to ensure cold air flows evenly, an industry best practice that prevents hotspots and keeps every box within the 0 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius window. Instead of running point-to-point, KFC's system relies on milk-run routing. A single refrigerated truck may visit a dozen restaurants in a tightly sequenced loop, dropping partial pallets at high-volume city stores and smaller loads at suburban or rural outlets. This approach cuts empty miles and keeps truck utilization high, reducing total mileage by about 15% compared to single-drop routes. High-turnover stores might see deliveries every other day, while lower-volume locations are served every 3 or 4 days, all coordinated by demand forecasts and real-time sales data. Cross-docking at the RDC is a sprint, not a marathon. Pallets are sorted and reloaded for outbound trips in under 2 hours, minimizing dwell time and keeping products in motion. Temperature loggers travel with every load, their data feeding into centralized dashboards that flag any deviation before it becomes a problem. By the time a truck backs up to a restaurant's loading dock, the chicken has spent less than 24 hours out of the plant, never frozen, always tracked. The math and discipline behind these milk runs allow KFC to serve over 1 billion birds a year without missing a beat. Every hour, a silent network of sensors and dashboards keeps KFC's cold chain on course. At the core are key performance indicators, on-time delivery, temperature compliance, and real-time HACCP checks, which translate millions of data points into immediate decisions. Each shipment is tracked for temperature, with digital loggers confirming that chicken remains within the strict 0 to 4 degrees Celsius band from plant to restaurant. If a truck's temperature drifts even half a degree above threshold, the system triggers an instant alert. Quality assurance teams receive automated dashboards showing every checkpoint, seal integrity on pallets, critical control points at crossdocks, and compliance with food safety protocols. These dashboards don't just monitor, they enforce. A single deviation can halt a delivery, reroute a truck, or launch a full audit. The invisible machinery behind each meal is built on data, not just discipline, ensuring that quality is never left to chance. At the restaurant door, the supply chain hands off control to the store manager. Every delivery triggers a checklist: Sealed pallets are inspected for intact security tags, temperatures are logged at the moment of receipt, and the oldest inventory is rotated forward, first in, first out, to keep product age visible and manageable. The manager leads this process with a practiced eye, noting if the seal's broken or the temp's off, we don't accept it. No shortcuts. Beyond chicken, each shipment includes a roster of essentials, bread rolls, cooking oil, proprietary spice packs, sauces, and even replacement fryer parts, all sourced through KFC's centralized procurement system. The daily checklist covers every item, from the probe used to test internal temperature to the sanitizer for cleaning prep tables. This final gate ensures only product meeting every spec makes it to the kitchen, and that the store is equipped to run without interruption. Timely alerts from the receiving process feed directly into inventory systems, flagging any shortfall before it affects service. Mid-route, a refrigerated truck carrying a critical chicken delivery triggers a temperature alert. Core readings rise above the 4 degrees Celsius threshold. Within seconds, the system escalates the issue. Dispatch receives the alert, and a spare truck with a portable reefer unit is mobilized from the nearest depot. The affected store is notified by text message, with an updated estimated time of arrival and a warning to prepare safety stock. The original load is transferred in under 30 minutes, well within the portable reefer's 2-hour hold window. Throughout the process, real-time tracking and compliance dashboards monitor every checkpoint, from seal integrity to temperature logs. By the time the replacement truck arrives, the restaurant's cold room is ready and no product falls outside specification. The sequence ends with a digital sign-off, closing the loop and validating the integrity of the entire cold chain under stress. Every day, over 3 million chickens move through a supply chain engineered for precision. It is proof that operational math isn't just numbers, but the difference between waste and delivery. As global food demand rises, the real challenge isn't scale. It is whether this level of coordination can keep pace. What do you think?